everybody, it's Robin from Raincross Farms Makery. Once again, welcome to our crafting studio. Bill is going to wiggle the phone just a bit to get my microphone plugged in, and I'm pretty sure it's on. Hopefully you can hear me, and you just dimmed a light.
You what?
That light just dimmed.
I must have hit this.
Yeah. Anyway, so much fun here. Anyway, welcome to our Tuesday night live. We have a fun little craft. I always say that. I need to get some better words. Give me some ideas. What else I can say besides fun little craft?
A groovy craft.
A groovy. We're gonna have a really groovy craft tonight. So there we go. We're back. Sorry for that little pause. Anyway, when you get here, hop on. Hey, say hello in the comments so we know you're here. And if you are watching live, there is a red box somewhere up here that says live. And if it's not there, you're watching the replay. It's all great. Just comment hashtag replay in the comments so we know when you watched. So, hi, Leanna. Welcome. Let me get my bot up and going. All this fun stuff. Okay, I want to tie it to a specific post, which will be this one, that one, save it, activate it, publish it. Yay! All good. Okay, and then let me turn this one off. All these things, honestly, technology. There we go. Okay, so I think we're set to go. If you're hopping on, you know, anybody who does Facebook Lives as a business, they really appreciate it if you would give their video a heart. Follow our page, sprinkle the video out to your friends, to anybody you know that enjoys crafts, any craft groups you belong to. We would certainly appreciate it. This helps Facebook, sends a message to Facebook that we have something worthwhile that people are watching and people are willing to share, and then they will hopefully pick up the idea and share it for us also. So, Tuesday evening. Hope you've had a great week so far. Honey, I don't have a monitor. I have blank screen here.
You don't?
Mm-mm. Anyway, so I can only see comments on my phone. How are you tonight, Bill? I think it says Bill. How are you tonight? How is everything with you, Liana? We are continuing to pray. And so, hey, Linda, good to see you. Time's changed. Oh, you're in Arizona and you don't do time change. Is that correct? Okay, because that makes sense. Anyway, glad to have you back. Tonight, we are going to make some mugs. We're going to put some ink on some mugs. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Ink is kind of one of our most underrated products. It's misunderstood, but it's awesome. So we're going to do some mugs. And this is the transfer. This is last year's transfer. And I used it a lot because I loved it. Well, they brought it back again this year in limited quantities. So if you're interested in it, if you didn't pick it up last year, you're going to want to get it. Is that in the way?
Just makes me nervous.
Okay. My computer about to fall off the table. Anyway, this is called Christmas All Around, and they kind of remind me of postage stamps, but they're in a round circle, and then here's this little Christmas tree that says walking in a winter wonderland. You can see these are used. This is keep warm and drink cocoa. I love the graphics, and I love that little round. This says special delivery from Santa Claus. And this one says, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? And it's got a reindeer. So we are going to ink some mugs. We're going to put some ink on some mugs, and I'll tell you how we get it. Oh, didn't have a very good day. Oh, I'm so sorry, Liana. Both of us have been through that with our parents, and my heart goes out to you. It's a very bittersweet time. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm going to try not to cry. but we get it, and we're praying, and we're praying from people who have been there. Okay, so it's 7:30 now instead of 6:30. Okay, so we moved back and you didn't. Okay, anyway, the mugs I picked out, I have done these in the past, and these are kind of a shiny surface, and I'll be honest, this isn't a perfect technique. So here's a mug I did about a year ago, and you heat set it on here in an oven. I'll talk about that, but that makes it mostly permanent when it's heat set. These hold up through dishwashers. I don't have a dishwasher, but I sent them to a friend who has a dishwasher, and she tested my mugs, and they hold up through the heat of a dishwasher. What they don't hold up under is if they get scratched. So if I put this in my dishwater and put all the silverware on top of it, that is probably going to scratch some little sections off. So you can kind of see up at the top there in that word yourself, it's kind of done some chipping off. So it's not a totally permanent technique, but I also have other mugs that have not done this because I've been very careful with them, washing them by hand. So, but I have also been told that if you use a matte finish mug, okay, am I missing anything? Okay, good.
Mug, you use that mug quite.
I do use it a lot. I do use it a lot. So I found some matte mugs, and they're hard for me to find because I get them at Target, and we don't have a Target close by. So we were traveling, and we found a Target, and I found these mugs. These are from the Hearth and Hand collection from Target. So it's the Magnolia Home Company. What are their names? The Gaineses, Chip and Joanna Gaines, their company. Anyway, they kind of have a matte finish. So I am hoping, I'm kind of doing this as a test, I'm going to ink these mugs with these Christmas designs, and I'm going to see if the ink adheres a little bit better to the matte finish. So we shall see. Okay, let's get started. I have 2 white ones, and I have 2 black ones. Pretty cool. And these are good size. These are mugs that Bill likes. Yep. So, and I never know, where do you put the design? Do you put it on the outside? Do you put it on the inside? Well, most of the mugs that I see are right here. So I'm holding this in my right hand, and it's facing away from me, although I want to see it. So if I want to see it, I'll just turn around and use it in my left hand. Okay. So I'm just kind of making sure that is clean. And let's start with our black mugs. So I think I'm going to put, let's see, I don't want my Christmas, I'm gonna on the black mugs, I'm gonna use white ink, and on the white mugs, I'm gonna use red ink. So I don't really want my Christmas tree to be red. So I'm gonna put this one on the black so that it can be in white ink. And I think I don't want my reindeer to be red, so I think I'm going to put him in white. So those are going to go over there. Okay, let me get out. Now, even though these are pretty well used, I'm going to fuzz it just a little bit because I don't want to stretch it when I pull it up. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of fuzz. And you can see I've used this many, many times. I made Christmas cards with this design. I think I made some mugs too, and I think I ended up selling them at a craft show. So I love this transfer. It's called Christmas All Around. Hey, are you thirsty? Yes, I'm thirsty. I want 4 cups of coffee. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over so I can kind of prop that up. Okay, so this is Walking in a Winter Wonderland. I'm going to stand up so I can get this down smoothly. And this is a mostly flat surface mug. It's kind of a little bit odd shaped, but as long as I can get my transfer down smooth, I am good to go. And so our sticky transfers are meant to be reusable, and the company guarantees that you can use them 10 to 12 times. I'm sure I've used this one 10 to 12 times already. And I've got something stuck on there. But if you clean them up really well and take really good care of them, you can get more uses than that. Okay, so I've got that all pushed down. Now I'm going to get my squeegee and I'm going to get my white ink. So this looks like our Chalkology paste, but it's actually ink. This is our permanent version, and this has to be heat set in order to make it permanent. So I'll talk about how to get it heat set. Now, I know, Liana, I know you have worked with ink before. Has anybody else worked with ink? Linda, have you worked with ink? Teresa, have you done ink? Okay. So I'm pushing this down, make sure there's no air bubbles. And I'm going to get my squeegee and my ink. Now, when I do ink, I don't want to go all different directions. I just want to go either top to bottom, bottom to top, or left to right, right to left. I just want it to go in one direction because I don't want the ink. It's a little bit thinner than the paste. I don't want it to bleed through. So I'm just applying that ink.
Linda says it scares her.
It's, well, it really, it is just like chalking with the chalk paste. There's a couple extra steps to it. And like I said, it's a little bit thinner, so you want to make sure you're not going all different directions. It might be a little easier prone to bleed. And you have to heat set it, but other than that, it's just like paste. Okay, so I'm scraping off the excess. Try not to leave any lines. And one good thing, if I do have any bleeding, I can clean it up before I heat set it, especially on ceramic. Okay, so here we go. So I've got that. It's got a couple little smears at the top, but I'm gonna clean that up with my detail tool. So I'm gonna get a dish drying mat. I get these at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to lay that down and I'm going to spray it because I don't want the ink to dry in the screen before I'm ready to clean it. Okay. And here is my detail tool. It's got this little sharp point, and I'm just going to kind of scrape away some of that ink. Just clean it up a bit. Okay, so there we go. Looks pretty. Now, the key, one important thing, and I think, if I remember right, Leanna can attest to this. Before you heat set it, you have to let this ink dry. Okay? Don't go straight to heat setting it. You have to let it dry. Again, I'll talk more about that. Let's get the rest of these chalked. So let's put this one down. And this is our Won't You Guide My Sleigh Tonight? And I'm going to stand up to make sure I've got it squared. And Pushing that down. No, don't want any air bubbles, no air pockets. I've got something underneath there that's going to cause problems. So these would be great for I don't know what that is. Oh, that's on the screen. These would be great for yourself for Christmas if you have like a coffee bar or a hot cocoa bar at your house or your work, or you could make up some of these and fill them with candy and give them to coworkers or neighbors or friends. Right, dry completely or it won't work. And won't work means it runs off the surface. It will just melt. Okay. But were you able to fix those, Liana? Were you able to scrape them off and redo them? Hey, Alana. Thank you. These are from Target. They're from the Magnolia Home Hearth and Hand collection. The Magnolia company. Anyway, so I got those from Target. I think it said they were $3.99, so that's a good price. So this one is Won't You Guide My Sleigh Tonight? And again, I'm going to do it with that white ink in one direction. You do have a cool looking mug. Yes, you do. Don't let it go to your head. Okay, and again, the transfer is Christmas all around. If you're interested in these supplies, comment the word supplies and you'll get the opportunity to click a button and it will get you the link to the cart link to all these supplies. I put in white paste, I put in red paste, not paste, ink. You can take those out, switch them out for any of our colors of ink. If you don't like this transfer, you can pick something else. I got some of the other supplies in there. Anyway. And you know what? I encourage you guys, even if you're not interested, just type the word supplies and let my bot send you something and play around with the options so you can kind of see what's there. Yes, I did too when I was near Targets everywhere, and now the closest one is 45 minutes away, and it's in a college town, and it's a teeny tiny little Target. It's like a 7-Eleven. It's like a grocery gas station convenience store. It's just this tiny little thing, and they didn't have any Hearth and Hand products. I was very disappointed. Okay, so I got that one pasted. I'm going to peel it up.
You are just pushing it, saying it's a teeny tiny.
It is teeny tiny.
It's very small.
Okay, there we go. And it's very much geared for college students. So college students, I guess, are not all into Magnolia Company and the Chip and Joanna Gaines. Okay, so those are our black mugs, and we used white ink. And now we're going to switch over to our white mugs, and we're going to use red ink. Sound good? Okay. So we are also in week 2 of our Black Friday month sales. So there are a bunch of transfers and several surfaces that are 30 to 50% off right now. This week, none of it is Christmas. It is called our, spring, summer, and fall haul. So they're retired transfers, but they're some of the most popular ones from the past that they just don't have a huge inventory of. So they are offering them while supplies last this week only from 30 to 50% off. So if you're interested in seeing that, you can type the word sale and then follow the link to the products to find that sale link. You can see what's on sale. And like I said, it's while supplies last. So if you see something you like, you want to get it, because the popular things, we have sold out of some things that we had last week on sale. Okay, so again, pushing down, making sure no bubbles. Make sure that's completely stuck down. And I'm switching over to my red, my Candy Apple Red ink. That's sad, as it happens literally about 5 minutes from the Target here. I'll have to go there tomorrow. Yeah, and I think they have them online too. I'm not certain. Okay, so here's my Candy Apple Red ink. Same thing, just one direction. That's so I don't squish it out underneath the adhesive and cause it to bleed any more than necessary. Getting low on red ink. I think I have a replacement already. So recently I did a t-shirt. I did the deer with the ornaments hanging from its antlers. And so I used ink on that, and I heat set it with an iron, Cricut Easy Press iron. Well, we're not going to use an iron to heat set this. We are going to heat set these in the oven, because it needs to get to about 350 degrees. So
What? Let's get to what?
350 degrees.
You said 800.
No.
Oh my goodness.
No, not 800 degrees. 350. Okay, that turned out good.
At least
I like
I'm
that little
paying
cocoa.
attention, sort of.
My little cocoa. Keep warm and drink cocoa. Okay. And I don't know if you were here when I said it, or maybe somebody's new here that didn't hear it. I have used Dollar Tree mugs in the past, and they work okay. They tend to be a little, the ink can tend to be a little fragile if it gets smacked around. Like if I took my nail and dug at this, I could peel that ink off. If I just wash it by hand or in a dishwasher, it's perfectly fine. But I'm told that most of the mugs, like at the Dollar Tree, and most mugs that you can get, they're kind of a shiny ceramic, and that if you use a matte finish, the ink has actually something minute to grab onto. So I'm trying these on these matte mugs that I got from Target. Okay, so here's my last one. And this is special delivery from Santa Claus. And I just volunteered to do door prizes for Our Lady's brunch at our church. And so I'm thinking I will make up a little gift basket with a couple of mugs and cocos and whatnot. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do with these. Lay it down, push it down.
Oh, her dryer went off.
Our dryer went off?
No.
Oh, Teresa. Oh,
I know that.
that's what I did today.
You got yours done.
4 baskets of clothes, 4 baskets of laundry. And I had to wait because Bill brought one of them in, one load in, still warm. And of course, the cat has to hop in the warm laundry basket and take a nap there until the laundry cools down. Okay, more red ink.
That cat is so spoiled.
So another trick with ink is don't put it on with a heavy hand. Just kind of lightly stroke it on. The harder you push, the more likely it is to bleed through the transfer, bleed through the lines. So just kind of gently apply it. And there's a chunk of something. Okay, scrape off the excess. Now on something like a surface like this, if I made a mistake, until I heat set this, I can scrub it off and try it again. Now I can't do that with the t-shirt, but on a hard surface like this, before I've heat set it, I can scrub it off and try it again. There we go. Cute little Christmas package. Okay, so there's my 4 mugs. Let me know if you have any questions. And I'm going to take just a minute to clean these up. I'll show you how to clean them. Like I said, they're meant to be reusable, 10 to 12 times guaranteed by the company. I think ink cleans up a little easier than the paste, but I just spray it with water. If I'm near a sink, I'm just going to run them under some water in the sink and run my board eraser over them and clean them. But I'm not near, yay, Teresa's back. Because I'm not near my sink, I'm going to do it here. So show you how I do it. I'm going to start with either a paper towel or this. I like to use, they're called Swedish dishcloths. So they're reusable dishcloths. And I'm just using this to clean off that top layer of ink. Now you saw how my transfers are stained because our inks and our pastes are highly pigmented. It will stain the plastic, but as long as you get it cleaned out of the screen, they work perfectly fine. Okay, so paper towel I'm going to throw away. This I'm going to rinse out and reuse. Now I'm going to switch over to my board eraser, which is similar to a magic eraser. And this grabs any of that ink or paste that's still on here, and especially in the screen, and just drags it out of there. See, even though I rinsed it first with the dishcloth, you can still see I'm still getting ink off of these. That's coming out of that screen.
Okay, I want to know what Teresa means. Says you have my cat's mat.
I have, oh, this?
I don't know.
Are you talking about my dish drying mat?
Lana says Gracie does the exact same thing. You can't move me or they're comfortable and feeling loved. And I said, oh, yes, you can move them.
You can.
The problem is you feel like a monster.
You do. You feel like a big old meanie. They have so little to live for in life. Okay, and now you want to do the back too, because not only did we put fuzz on these, sometimes that ink likes to slide onto the back when you're cleaning the front. So we want to clean front and back. And our goal is to get that screen completely cleaned out of any paste or any ink. And I'm also using this to clean off any fuzz that I still happen to have on there. I remember what a clean one looks like. Yeah, I use them and use them and use them, but then at some point you just have to toss them. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, so I'm looking through and I don't see any paste on that screen. Even though it's got stains, it still works perfectly fine. So I like to let them air dry. I have the sticky side up. While it's wet, it's not so sticky. But when it dries, it will rejuvenate its stickiness. I'm going to let these air dry, and then I'm going to put their backer sheets back on them. Shiny side to the sticky side, and then put them away in their little plastic envelope, and they're good to go for another round of mugs or Christmas cards, or I think I even made Christmas ornaments out of some of these. Okay, so here's my mugs. So let's talk about heat setting them. Again, we said you don't want to heat set it until that ink is dry. Now, when I've done t-shirts, I've heat set it right away, but you've seen me take the dryer and dry that ink. It's even more important when you're doing on ceramic. Let it dry overnight, maybe even 24 hours. Okay, so just don't mess with it. So I'm just going to leave these here overnight. And then when that ink is good and dry, listen close, I'm going to turn on my oven. Oh, first of all, I'm going to put these like on a cookie sheet or something in my oven. And they can, I just stand them up like that. So make sure what you have is oven safe. And I'm putting that into a cold oven. Then I'm going to turn the dial to 350 degrees and I'm going to let it come up to temperature. Once it's about 350 degrees, so I don't know if you have a sensor that tells you or whether you just wait 10 or 15 minutes. Then you start the timer and you let it go for about 45 minutes, sitting in there at 350 degrees. Then don't take them out. You don't even have to open up the door. Turn the oven off and let it cool down naturally. Keep the door shut, let it cool down naturally. And when it is cooled down and they're cool to the touch, you will be heat set. So pretty easy. So 350 degrees from cold to cold. So you put them in a cold oven, 350 degrees, let that oven cool down to 0, and you're heat set and you're good to go. So thank you. I like them. I like this simple. Now you can do them in all different colors. We have all different colors of ink. You can do them in multiple colors. I just wanted it to be plain and simple. So I like that black and white. And I also like the look of red and white. So that is our project tonight. It went pretty fast. Hopefully you will give ink a try, because if you've done the chalk paste, it's the same process. It's just a little bit different to heat set it. So whether you use an iron or an oven, but you need to give ink a try. You can ink on glass, ceramic, metal, fabric, leather. You can ink on wood. You don't really need to, but if it's something that's going to get wet and you don't want the paste to soften, you can use ink on wood. Anything that you can heat set to about 350 degrees, you can use ink on. Okay, so again, if you're interested in looking at any of the supplies, take a look at prices, or if you want to go in and see what's on sale, type either supplies or type sale in the comments. You'll get the link. You'll get a bot. We'll send you a message, and it's the same one no matter what keyword you type in. And there, one of the buttons says view products or something. So if you click on that button, it will take you to another set of buttons. I know it's confusing. And you can either pick to see the supply list of what we use tonight, or there's an option you can look at the sale items. And that link will take you to those things that are on sale. So again, 30 to 50% off. Pretty awesome. They've got, let's see, what do they have? I'm trying to remember. Oh, I'm going to show you this, because I'm trying to limit myself, but this used to be a kit. Well, I guess it still is a kit. It's just not up there. But this is a fake embroidery hoop. Well, they are selling just the surface for 50% off now. It doesn't come with this design, and it doesn't come with the flowers. It's not in the kit anymore, but they are selling just the surface, and they haven't ever done that before, and it's 50% off. So that's an awesome thing. That will sell out if it hasn't already. I haven't checked. I believe our bird cutouts are 50% off. We've got Oh, there's something else. Anyway, so take a look at the sale. Take a look at the supply list. If you are not getting, a couple other things, if you are not getting notifications right before I go live, you can sign up for that. You can type in notifications or find that button. If you get the link, find the button that says notices, and we will send you a notice right before we go live. And there's also the opportunity where you can sign up for emails or product notifications. So like once a week, I've been putting out a notice about new products that are available. This whole month, I'll be putting out sale information for what goes on sale that week. If we have products that have been out of stock that have come back in stock that you might be interested in, I'll send out that information. So you have an opportunity to sign up for those things. I promise not to overwhelm you with that. So I can only send out the product notifications once a week, and I will only send out an email at most once a week, unless it's a big emergency. So, and if you have already signed up for emails and you haven't gotten one last week or yesterday, check your spam or junk folder, because I'm sending out emails and my system tells me how many of them have been opened, and very few of them are being opened. And I don't want that to be because you aren't getting it, because it's going to spam or junk. So if you're not interested and don't want to open it, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But make sure you're getting them. So find them in spam or junk and drag them over to your OK folder so that you get them. Anyway, you can't do text. You can't do text. I get through Facebook. You can't do like Messenger? That I don't know. But I can't, yeah, you can sign up for phone text messages. But anyway, the bot I use works through Messenger. So maybe that's something we can get you sorted out with. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. And again, here's our project. Let me hold these up. Let's see. I got to get a good screenshot. Okay, sounds good. So we will let you go. Kind of a short one tonight, but we will be on again tomorrow morning with Craft Around the Clock at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific time.
I bet you're going to have a cute little...
I'm going to have a cute little project to work on. I need ideas so that I can stop saying cute little project. Okay. Oh, Teresa, does your laptop do Messenger? You might have a Messenger app on your, I don't know if it's something you sign up for or whether it just comes with Facebook. Okay. But anyway, let me know if there's something I can do to help you with that. Okay, we will let you go. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow morning, and cute little project, and have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.